Good morning and welcome. Thank you for attending the ATSU all-campus meeting this morning. Welcome to the honored alumni, the ATSU Board of Trustees, the ATSU students, CME participants, international guests, faculty, staff, and friends. We appreciate you joining us as we celebrate the founding of the osteopathic profession and this great university. Hello, my name is Randy Rogers, and I am the Interim Vice President for University Advancement, and I'll act as your Master of Ceremonies this morning. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce to you a 1984 graduate of KCOM and President of ATSU University, Dr. Craig Phelps.
Thank you, and thanks to our wonderful alumni who've come back and the families that are with them today and those who supported them and all those years of practice and all those years of practice to come. So welcome. It's wonderful to see you. I think you keep us inspired and let us know that, especially our students, that there is a great future ahead for them, and the education that they receive here is just phenomenal. And our faculty and staff and our deans, thank you, phenomenal folks. And our students, we love you. We love our students. We love our faculty, staff. We love our alumni. And we've had a love fest going on for the last few days. Dr. Lee Rice, many of you know, spoke yesterday to our students, and I had to leave because I had so many other meetings to get to, but the students were still there listening at Dr. Rice's wonderful message about whole person health care and what it really means and how it changed his practice and his life and his family's life. So welcome and thank you. I get the pleasure this morning, as Randy said, we have a lot of folks here. We have our Board of Trustee members here. We've got students, faculty, staff, guests. I'm not sure there's any hotel rooms left in Kirksville. It's pretty exciting. And for those that are coming back for the first time in many years, I think you'll see a wonderful transformation that really reflects the work that you've done as alumni out there, building the brand of ATSU and this beautiful campus now that the students come to in Kirksville, so much more than what I had, and I was very appreciative and loved what I had as a student, so thank you once again, alums. My distinct pleasure to have the opportunity to introduce our Board of Trustees chairperson. Dr. Scott Drew is a graduate of KCOM, a practicing dermatologist, and that's okay, he's a good dermatologist. He still realizes there's a circulatory system connected to the skin, and like an orthopedic surgeon, he thinks the heart exists to pump blood to the skin so it can serve the skin. But truly, Dr. Drew is an advocate of ATSU, an advocate of our students' education, providing opportunities at all levels, from on campus to in his clinic for our students, but out there also visiting with alumni and visiting with others to, once again, build the brand and honor the legacy of Dr. Still. So Dr. Scott Drew.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Craig. It is indeed a thrill to be here. Normally, when I was here as a student, when the president would talk about me, it was usually for some offense that the Jennings boys and I would be involved in, not some volunteerism or honor. It is great to have the alumni back. None of us have changed a bit. We all look just like we did when we came in here. What amazes me is when I come to these meetings, and someone says, "Oh my gosh, you're the chair of the board. I want to talk to you, and I want to chew the fat with you and find out what's going on." But in reality, when I come here, I want to meet you people in these young white coats, because I'm sure were I applying to medical school today, I would not get in, because when I meet you and when I hear about you, when I talk to you, you all, of course, have the academic credentials that we all had, but these people, these young students, they have been to Africa, they have volunteered in these foundations, they have founded their own NGOs, they have written chapters in books, they have volunteered, they have lived the life of compassion, which we only learned, many of us, when we got here, what this was all about. And so I want all of this side of the room to know that our legacy is safe with the people on this side of the room, because you all are an amazing group of young people. I've had the occasion to meet some of you individually at various functions, and I am terribly impressed by the things you are accomplishing and the life that is about to unfold for all of you. So congratulations to you. The weekend has a lot of festivities. Please take care of all of them. The Board of Trustees is meeting. I'm not sure. Anybody on the board here right now? I'm not sure if anybody's here besides me. Oh, in the back, some Board of Trustees members are here. These men and women, certainly our job is to make sure the budget is right, make sure tuition isn't, all that kind of stuff. But really, we're here for our core customers, you, to make sure that when you leave this place, you'll be the best dentists, doctors, PAs, PTs that you can be, because we have great administrators, great faculty, and fabulous alumni. And so please, I probably don't know any of you by name except a few that I have memories of, but please come up to me and say hello, introduce yourselves, and tell me your story, because every story in this room is compelling. So thank you for allowing me to be here today, and it is my great pleasure to introduce a dear friend, great mentor, and someone who saw somewhere in me some reason not to be expelled from medical school, Dean Margaret Wilson. Thank you.
Oh my, those happen to be mine, Dr. Drew. Thank you. Good morning and welcome to everyone here. I want to take a chance to welcome all our alumni, all our guests and visitors, our students. Most importantly, we have some international guests here today, so welcome and privyet. I have a tradition. I started a little tradition when we have international visitors to try to say hello to them in their native language, and I apologize. And when this year I learned the Russians were here, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can. That's the hardest hello I've had to learn. But again, what a wonderful day to celebrate our profession and to celebrate this institution and what it's given to all of us and really what it's given to the world. We are so fortunate. I mean, think of the history of this profession, and it all started here, on this hallowed and sacred ground, literally in Kirksville, and what it's given back to every patient that has been touched by the osteopathic profession. And stop and think of all our graduates and how many lives that they have touched and how much the profession has grown. I don't know if Dr. Still would even believe what this has become from his beginning roots here many years ago. I want to say a special welcome to the class of 1964 and 1989. 1964, I said last night, it kind of bookends my career. Some of my mentors and teachers are in the class of 1964. And then that class of 1989, many of them were my first students, believe it or not, certainly aging me, but so wonderful to be able to spend time with them. I really can't say much more today. We've had such wonderful speakers. Dr. Rice yesterday, so inspiring, his words. And then today, for those of you who had an opportunity to be at the Compassion ceremony. And, my other little tradition has been to try to, each year at Founders Day, say a little quote from our founder, Dr. Still. And I think that the attending lecture yesterday and the compassion words today kind of inspired the quote that I picked today. And I'd just like to read to you a quick quote from our founder, Dr. A.T. Still. And hopefully it'll touch you as many of the words of our speakers the last few days have touched us. Osteopathy to me is a very sacred science. It is sacred because it is a healing power through all nature. I know Dr. Rice talked a lot yesterday about healing and nature and how important that is to us. In Dr. Krog's words this morning, talking some about the sacredness of life and compassion. So please take those words home with you maybe and think about that. Our profession, so osteopathy, is to me a very sacred science. And I hope we reflect and model that every day in our lives. So thank you again. Welcome very much to all the fun activities this weekend.
Thank you, Dr. Wilson. have a couple little minor things to move on before we go on to talk to the other deans, but I'd like to thank the ATSU Board of Trustees. I don't know if they're here, but they had to reconvene. They have many acts of business to do during this time, so they just wanted to come in and say hello. And as you know, every year, Founders Day, they come and they have one of their annual meetings, or quarterly meetings. Also like to recognize the international students, and to do that here will be Jason Haxton, who's director of the Museum of Osteopathic Medicine.
Thanks so much, Randy. You know, in the last 20 years, the explosion of osteopathy throughout the world is pretty incredible. You can just about go anywhere and get osteopathic treatments and health care, and I think that's amazing. Dr. Still started that tradition very early on in 1900 with a Japanese MD, Dr. Nemoto, and I just returned from Japan after 100 years of relationships, one of the newest schools, and their students will actually be coming here to learn dissection and ultrasound for improving their osteopathic manipulative skills. So it's really amazing what our founder had the vision for. And so I want to just mention some of the countries that have come today, and if they'll stand as I mention their country. We have coming from Russia, Oksana, Russia, and her mother actually runs the Russian school in St. Petersburg. From Sweden, we have Marika, who is the Vice President of the European Federation of Osteopathy. Dr. Still's earliest students came from Canada, our good neighbors, and if we would have some of our Canadians stand up. Yeah. But I should say the second dean was English, so we might have the United Kingdom also stand up representing them. And it gets a little strange because we have both osteopaths who are Australian and Vietnamese. And Marcus, who is here from Deutschland, from Germany. So those are our guests that are just representing those countries. They need to go because they're going to be meeting with students and faculty. Their time is very limited, but they love being in Kirksville, and they like to come back. Actually, some of our countries, this is their second Founders Day. So thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jason, and thank you to our international guests for making the journey here today. We've already met one outstanding dean on this campus, Dr. Wilson, and we're going to meet two more. Dr. Donald Altman couldn't be with us. He's the dean of the College of Graduate Health Studies, and he couldn't be with us today, so that he has asked that Dr. Catherine Adler, she is a DHA and FACHE Associate Dean, Associate of Academic Success and Assessment, to speak on his behalf. Dr. Adler holds a doctorate in healthcare administration and leadership from the Medical University of South Carolina. Dr. Kathy Adler.
Well, in order not to miss anybody who's here, I'm just going to say a really warm welcome from the College of Graduate Health Studies. Now, if this sounds slightly new to you, it's because it is. As of July 1st, the College of Graduate Health Studies began, and it is actually a combination of all of ATSU's online programs. And so now we now have 5 programs in the college that are based on the osteopathic tenets, and we are so very excited. We have health administration, public health, health sciences, health education, and public health. And so now we have not only practitioners at the bedside, but practitioners in different various organizations basing their practice on whole person health care. So we just wanted to say very quickly that we are very happy to have you here. Enjoy your festivities, and I've heard you've already been enjoying. And as you head over to the TCC this afternoon and this evening, take a look around at the decorations. CGHS was in charge, and we had a really great time doing that. And it really does make us feel part of the college when we get to participate. So on behalf of the College of Graduate Health Studies and Dr. Altman, welcome.
Thank you very much, Kathy. The Dean of the Missouri School of Dentistry and Oral Health is Christopher Holliday, DDS, MPH, and he received his Doctor of Dental Surgery from Marquette University School of Dentistry in 1987, and his Master of Public Health from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill School of Public Health in 2002. Mosdo matriculated their second class of students this past July. Dr. Chris Halliday.
Thanks, Randy. Well, good morning and welcome to the campus. My name is Chris Halliday, and on behalf of the students, the staff, the faculty of Mosdo, I'd like to welcome you. So welcome to all of our guests, to our alumni, and everyone else in the room. I want to thank you very much for being here today. Mosdo is the nation's newest dental school, and to put things into perspective, just 54 months ago we opened the doors for Mosdo. We are in the process now of not only having our inaugural class in place and our second class in place, we're in the process of interviewing for our third class. A lot of great activity, and I want to make a pledge to each and every one of you, especially to the alumni, that we will continue the legacy that Dr. Still has set and that you all have continued to carry. We promise you we'll continue with that legacy. We'll do our best to uphold our promises to you and the communities that we serve. Very quickly, I'd just like to ask if there are any Mosdo students in the room, if maybe you can raise your hand. This one. Wow, look at you guys. Wow. All right. And excellent. Great turnout. And Mosdo faculty, I see Dr. Crutchfield in the back. So we are very happy to be here with you all today. Thank you for welcoming us into the ATSU family. A special thank you to the 5 other schools within ATSU University who have helped to envelop the Missouri School of Dentistry and Oral Health. So thank you to the deans. Thank you to the faculty. We could not do this without faculty. And once again, welcome to town. Enjoy your next few days. Once again, I promise that we will uphold your legacy. And have a great time. We look forward to meeting with each of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Holliday. Now it's time to meet a couple of those students that we've been talking about. The first one you're going to meet is Jacqueline Mulhall, a second-year KSUM student and president of the Student Government Association on the Missouri campus. Jacqueline.
Good morning. I am the Student Government Association chairperson, and I am a second-year medical student here at KCOM. But I am also a student at ATSU. It is my honor to welcome once again our esteemed alumni, the Board of Trustees, our faculty and administration who have joined us here today, and of course our current students. Founders Day is a celebration of the life and great works of Andrew Taylor Still and all those who have contributed to continuing our great profession, osteopathic medicine. And over the years, that profession has grown to include physical therapy, physician's assistants, and of course dental. Founders Day is a time for continuing growth and education, as evidenced by our CME, and a time for reflection, remembrance, and homecoming. What would homecoming be without a few words of motivation and pride of our legacy? The old doctor himself said, "Let your light so shine before man that the world will know you are an osteopath, pure and simple, and that no prouder title can follow a human name." I believe that is true of our medical students, our dental students, our PT students, and our PAs. On behalf of the student body and Student Government Association, please enjoy your weekend here with us, and welcome home.
Thank you, Jacqueline. And the second student you're going to meet is Addison Roberts, and he's a second-year KSUM student as well. And Addison is the vice president of the University Student Association, the overarching association of the Student Government Association. Addison.
Good morning. My name is Addison Roberts. I'm a third-year medical student, as well as the University Student Association vice president. First off, I would like to welcome our alumni. Without your continued support and generous contributions, we would not be the praiseworthy entity that is AT Steele University. It is from your trailblazing leadership and direction that we continue to create the physicians of the future, and in this wonderful little place some like to call K-Vegas. I don't know who coined the term, but I like it. I would also like to welcome our CME participants, staff, and students. As a student that spent the last 2 years of my life here at ATSU, I can honestly say that ATSU is the only institution that I would want to be a part of, even if I could go back and do it again. The bond that each of us students is able to share with this institution is because of each and every one of you sitting out there today. And for that reason, the University Student Association thanks you. The University Student Association is the overreaching student governance for the entire university. We unite the words of students from the Arizona, Kirksville, and the online colleges into one unified voice. USA focuses on providing a student voice to the ATSU Board of Trustees. We promote interprofessional education events like the case competition that's held here annually. We promote outreach and awareness through a newly created student-ran newsletter called the USA Campus Connection, as well as university community enhancement. On behalf of the University Student Association, welcome to ATSU and happy Founders Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Addison. I think I can put this on now for a while. Now it's my privilege to introduce to you our distinguished alumni, guests from the KCOM graduating classes of 1964 and 1989, and members of the Gold Medallion Club. Dr. Wilson will be presenting special recognition pins and medallions to each class. And we will take a photo after Dr. Wilson presents that to you. We'll take a photo of that. The class of 1989 are celebrating their 25-year class reunion. As I call your name, please come forward to receive your 25-year recognition pin. Melinda Au. She is from Maui, Hawaii, and her son Micaiah is supposed to be here today, but I think he might be on a plane coming here. I don't know if he's quite here yet, but he's going to be our guest. Her practice is family practice, integrative and holistic medicine. Her education is from California State University, Pomona BS in 1985. Her internship is Hillside Hospital, San Diego, California. Her residency is at Riverside Regional Medical Center in Riverside, California. Professionally, she's a member of the AAFP, the American Academy of Family Physicians, and the Hawaii Associations of Osteopathic Physicians. Her interests, she enjoys spending time with family, hiking, snorkeling, scuba diving, and attempting to have a successful home garden. She says she has a hard time with the pests. It's really not in Hawaii. You have pests in Hawaii. No, anyway, she has 2 sons. So again, welcome, Dr. Au. Our next guest is Scott Booker, DO, Garden City, Kansas. Is Dr. Booker here? No? Okay. All righty, we move on. Okay. John Bouquet, DO. Is John here yet? Oh, all right. They may show up later, so if they do, we'll take care of them. Okay. Charles Carroll, DO. Very good. Okay. We're on a roll. Muncie, Indiana. Guest wife, his wife is Brenna Carroll. Practice is family practice. Education at the University of Mississippi in 1983. Internship, Flint Osteopathic Hospital. Residency, Family Medicine, St. Joseph Hospital, Flint, Michigan. Professionally, he's a member of the AOA, the ACOFP, the American Academy of Family Practice, and the American Board of Family Medicine. Student activities while he was at KCOM, fond memories of Thousand Hills State Park, trying to relax after those studies, right? Okay. Children are Audrey and Bridget. Thank you and congratulations. Next is Carl Castle, DO. Carl is from Taylorville, Illinois. His practice is family practice. His education was received from the University of Colorado. His internship was done at Southern Illinois University. His residency was done at Southern Illinois University. Professionally, he's a member of the Southern Illinois Healthcare Foundation. While he was at KCOM, his student activities included Atlas Club. He was vice president and house manager of Atlas Club. I'm surprised you could still remember that after being there. Anyway, now let's go. Interests are early Roman history, golf, and exercise. Children are Cordell, Carly, and Colton. Congratulations. Next we have Daniel Freeland, DO, from Austin, Texas. His practice is family practice, functional medicine, OMT. Education was from Truman State University. His internship was done at Carson City Osteopathic Hospital in Michigan. Professionally, he's a member of the ACOFP, AOA delegates for Texas last 4 years, incoming president of Texas ACOFP. He's a board member of the Texas ACOFP and Texas Osteopathic Medical Association. His interests include functional medicine and teaching DO and PA students. His children are Jacob and Rebecca. Congratulations, Dr. Freeland. Next is Dana Hoffman, DO. Dana's from Osceola, Indiana, and her guest is Holly Hoffman. Practice is retired anesthesiologist. Internship was at Michigana Community Hospital. Residency was at Kirksville Osteopathic Medical Center. Professionally, she's a member of the AOA, the IOA, the AOCA. We didn't use all the letters in the alphabet. We're good. Okay. Favorite KCOM memories. The first day, the first day of anatomy lab was awesome, she says. Thanks to the second years for the scare and the keg. So, I don't know if you want to go in detail on that, but we'll just, okay. Anyway, great memories at Two Talls, Thousand Hills Lake, and the Golden Spike. Halloween parties at the Atlas House were the best, she says. So, interests, she put on here, I retired 2 years ago. I enjoy watching my daughter play softball as the catcher for the University of Iowa. Yeah. Our children are Sky, Holly, and Theodore. Congratulations. Keith J. Dio. Does Keith make it yet? Okay, move on. Yes. Anthony Jennings, DO, Lake St. Louis, Missouri. His guest is Melinda Jennings, RN, his wife, and his brother Tim Jennings is also in this class. His practice is emergency medicine. Education was from Eastern Illinois University. Internship was at Westview Hospital in Indianapolis. Residency was at Normandy/Deaconess in St. Louis. That must have been when they did the changeover. Professional, he's a member of the AOA. He's a fellow of the American College of Osteopathic Emergency Physicians, American College of Emergency Physicians, the Missouri College of Osteopathic Physicians and Surgeons, and the St. Louis Association of Osteopathic Physicians. During when he was in KCOM, his student activities included he was a member of the ACOEP student chapter. And interests, fishing with Joe Novinger, a classmate. Okay. Children, and brother, Elena and Heather. Okay, congratulations, Dr. Jennings. Now here's that other half of the Jennings family. Timothy W. Jennings, D.O., Chesterfield, Missouri. Guest is Melissa Jennings. Practice is family practice. Education, Eastern Illinois University. Professionally, he's a member of the AOA, MAOPS, past president and member. St. Louis Association of Osteopathic Physicians and Surgeons, and the ACOFP. Student activities. And then the question was asked, what people or places do you remember most about when your time at KCOM? And he put the Thompson Center, Tap Room, Two Talls, and Polly Ice Pizza. And I guess you needed the Thompson Center to balance out the other ones, right? Is that what you're saying? Okay, gotcha. All right. His interests include running, fishing, golfing, watching most sports. His children are Tyler, Alexis, and Nikki. Congratulations, Dr. Jennings. Next, we have Keith Katner, DO, Bloomington, Illinois. His guest is his wife, Nita Katner. Practice in neurological surgery. Education, Illinois State University, 1985. Internship was at Carson City Hospital in Carson City, Michigan in 1990. His residency was at Grandview Hospital in Dayton, Ohio in 1995, and a fellowship at Allegheny General Hospital in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Professionally, he's a member of the AOPS, FACOS. Student activities while at Kirksville, and as a student, was the Oz. That's another place. Yeah, it's not here anymore, but Two Talls, the library. Now, is that a bar or is that the library? Okay, all right. Golden Spike on Sundays, so special times then. And children are three cats, but you don't have their names here. So, okay. Anyway, congratulations, Dr. Katner. Next, we have Robert Corsel, DO, from Las Vegas, Nevada, and his guest is Lillian Price. His practice is family practice. Education is at Arizona State University. Internship was at Tucson General Hospital. Professionally, he's board certified in family practice. Student activities, Theta Psi. Interests include tennis, golf, photography, and hiking. He has two children, Brittany and Megan, or they have two children, Brittany and Megan. Thank you, congratulations. Joseph Novinger, DO, Kirksville, Missouri. His guest is his wife, Sandra Novinger. Practice is family practice. Education, University of Missouri, graduated in 1985. Internship was at Westview Hospital, Indianapolis, Indiana. His residency was at Normandy Hospital in St. Louis, Missouri. Professionally, he's a member of the AOA, MAOPS, Northeast Missouri District MAOPS, ATSU clinical faculty, KCOM Alumni Board starting in 2015. Favorite KCOM memories he put down. He appreciated the experiences here and especially the spirit of the faculty. He moved back to Kirksville in 2009 and has assumed a part-time clinical faculty role at KCOM. The supportive, friendly spirit of the faculty still exists, is what he writes. So congratulations, Dr. Novinger. He did move on to the next page. His interests are hunting, fishing, golfing, and boating. Sorry, and his children are Cassandra, Natalie, and Annalise. So sorry I missed that on that. Next would be John Sutton, DO, Carson City, Nevada. Okay, his practice is endocrinology, internship, Garden City Osteopathic Hospital, residency, Garden City Osteopathic Hospital, Bi-County Osteopathic Hospital. Professionally, he's a board member of the American College of Osteopathic Internists, board certified in internal medicine and endocrinology by the AOBIM, board member of the Nevada Chapter American Association of Clinical Endocrinology, national faculty NBOME, and endocrine content expert level 1, teaching endocrinology for KCOM IM course. It's a second-year medical student, so thank you for that. Student activities include, and his memories included, I remember talking daily to my friend and classmate, Denise Stewart Clark. I had fun spending time with Michelle Rada and Kim Mathos. Great times in and out of class, food and fun at Two Talls and Walmart. Okay, good. Yeah. Interests includes that he likes to travel to multiple conferences, locations around the year for the CME, and has fun in those cities wherever he travels. So, congratulations. Lastly, we have Rita Toshak, DO, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Her guest is her husband, Michael Toshak, DO, KCOM graduate 1988. Practice is in regional anesthesiology. Her education is from California State University in Fullerton, California. Her internship was at Central Medical Center, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Her residency was done at Allegheny General Hospital, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Professionally, she's a member of the AOA, the American Osteopathic College of Anesthesiologists, the American Society of Regional Anesthesia and Pain Medicine. Student activities while she was at KCOM, and memories, this would be memories, Duke 'em in, Two Talls, Thousand Hills. I'm kind of seeing a theme here, you know. So, yeah, you're right. Told us about this class, right, exactly. Interests include cooking, gardening, traveling. She has 3 children. It says Reka, Samantha, and Erica. Congratulations, Dr. Toshak. Yeah. Did we miss anyone from the class of 1989? Well, let's give them another round of applause, please. In recognition of 50 years of dedicated service to the osteopathic profession, their college, and the university, it is our pleasure to present each of the 1964 graduates with the 50th anniversary gold medallion. We hope that you will wear this medallion at all university, college, and professional activities to identify yourself as a distinguished member of the ATSU KCOM alumni body. As I call your name, please come forward to be recognized. Dr. Wilson will present each of you with the gold medallion, and we'll take the photo as we have done previously. Class of 1964 will start with Don Angelo, DO. Don is from Cantonment, Florida. Guest is wife Glennis Angelo, and she's a retired nurse. Practice was aerospace and preventative medicine, U.S. Navy, retired captain of 20 years. General practice in Pensacola, Florida for 25 years. Education was he had received a BS from Truman State University in 1960. Internship was at Normandy Osteopathic Hospital, St. Louis, Missouri. Residency was at the Aerospace Medicine, U.S. Navy, 1975. Professionally, he's a lifetime member of the AOA, Florida Osteopathic Medical Association. Student activities and fond memories, class of 1964 class secretary, here we go, Dr. Grover Stuckey using his pipe for a pointer in anatomy and putting it back in his mouth afterwards. Always good shock value on that one. Okay, yeah. Good friends, good professors. His interests include a recent cruise to the maritime provinces, woodworking, guitar, gardening, and has a child named Dana. Congratulations. Next, we have Philip Brackett, DO, from Lake Ozark, Missouri. His guest is his wife, Cindy Brackett, and also with him is Dr. Jim, who's a 1971 graduate, and Mrs. Connie Keith. So practice, he's a general practice, currently doing emergency medicine. Education, University of Missouri, 1957, with a BA in zoology. Internship was at South Bend Osteopathic Hospital, South Bend, Indiana. Professionally, he's a member of the AOA, the MOA, the local organizations in his community, ACGP. He's also a former ATSU Board of Trustee member. His student activities include that, he put on here something, but we cleaned it up a little bit. It says, too darn old to remember, but we cleaned it up. Yeah, so to remember what he did. Okay. Anyway, interests are family, church, and antique clocks. He He has 3 children, Mary Ann, Amy Jo, and Janice Aaron. So congratulations, Dr. Brackett. Next is Stan Briney, DO, from Bowie, Texas. His guest is his wife, Priscilla Briney. Practice is retired radiologist. Education is the State University of Iowa, which is was University of Iowa is what that is. University of Iowa in 1959 with a BA. And then he also got at the University of Iowa in 1960 an MA. Internship was at Lansing General Hospital in Lansing, Michigan. Professionally, he's a lifetime AOA member, lifetime member of the Tarrant County, that's Texas Medical Association, lifetime member and fellow of the American Osteopathic College of Radiology, past associate professor of radiology, North Texas Health Science Center, National Society of Sculptors, and Texas Society of Sculptors, Western Writers of America. Student memories: George Snyder, an anatomy professor, Stacy Howe, biochemistry professor, Max Gutenson, internal medicine. Activities as member of Theta Psi fraternity, as a senior performing my first solo, this is a good one. As a senior performing my first solo delivery of a baby in Pickler Park on a home on a Sunday afternoon, then declining the offer to stay for supper. That's understandable. Interests. Since retirement in 1995 from medicine, have second successful professional career in both art and freelance writing. Most recent trip was to the Orient. Children, they have Jeff Briney, Christy McQuiston, I'm not sure if that's correct pronunciation, McQuiston, and Greg Briney, and also have 5 adult grandchildren. Congratulations, Dr. Briney. Kurt Brown, DO, Park Falls, Wisconsin. His guest is his wife, Diane Brown. His practice is retired thoracic surgery. Education, University of Nebraska, Nebraska Wesleyan University, University of Colorado. Internship was at Rocky Mountain Osteopathic Hospital in Denver, Colorado. Residency was general surgery, Davenport Osteopathic Hospital, Davenport, Iowa. Residency in thoracic and vascular surgery, Detroit Osteopathic Hospital, Davenport, Iowa. Residency, cardiac and thoracic surgery, Cleveland Clinic Foundation, Cleveland, Ohio. Professionally, he's a member of the AOA. He's also a fellow of the American College of Osteopathic Surgeons, and he's currently a member of the KCOM KOA Board of Directors. He has 3 children, Matthew, Leith, and Tara. So congratulations, and welcome back to Kirksville. Keith Dinsmore, DO, Talmadge, Ohio. Dr. Dinsmore, yep. Okay. Rex, I know your brother, so that's why I said, sorry. It's Rex Dinsmore. Yes, Rex Dinsmore, DO. Keith is also been to Kirksville and went to Truman State. Talmadge, Ohio. Guest, his wife, Patricia Dinsmore, retired RN. Practice is family practice, disability examiner for Workman's Comp. Education, Northeast Missouri State University. Internship was at the Green Cross Hospital, Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, right? Okay. Professionally, he's a member of the AOA, AC, OFP, the Ohio Osteopathic Association, and interests include golf, woodworking, and photography. Congratulations, Dr. B. Alex Farina, DO, Pennington, New Jersey. Guest is his wife, Jerry Farina. Practice, family practice, osteopathic manipulative medicine. Education was Otterman College, Westerville, Ohio. Internship was at Interborough General Hospital. Professionally, He's a member of the U.S. Army Medical Corps, 1954 to 1956, and he was in Germany. AOA, New Jersey Association of Osteopathic Physicians. Student activities, pitcher for a softball team in Kirksville. His interests include, he's still in sports, his interests include golf, hiking, bicycling, walking, skiing, fishing, and boating. His children are Alexander, Lisa, Mark, Jean, and 11 grandchildren. Congratulations, Dr. Farina. Benjamin Smith Gaddy II, D.O., Rolla, Missouri. His guest is his wife, Connie Gaddy. Practice, general and thoracic surgery. Private surgical practice in Rolla, Missouri from 1968 to 1995. His education was at the University of Missouri, and he received a BS there. Internship was at Normandy Osteopathic Hospital in St. Louis. Residency, Osteopathic Hospital of Maine, Portland, Maine. Professionally, he's a surgical director, Correctional Medical Services from 1995 to 2003. Student activities, Bachelor Club, and preceptor for the anatomy department. Interests, sports, golf, and music. And he has 3 children. We have Aaron, Sean, and Benjamin. Congratulations, Dr. Gaddy. Rex Hardman, D.O., Jefferson City, Missouri. His guest is his wife, Jody Hardman. His practice is retired general surgery, practicing general medicine with Corazon Medical Services. Professionally, he's in the National Commission for Correctional Health Care. He's a fellow of the American College of Osteopathic Surgeons, and he's a certified correctional health provider. Student activities, again, the question of what do you remember most when you're at KCOM. Lifelong friendship with Dr. Phil and Susie Shuttle. The Tap Room, Dr. George Snyder, and Dr. Max Gutenson. Interests include golf, gardening, third world mission trips, including India, Honduras, Peru, Dominican Republic. And he also had a pilgrimage to Israel. Children are Carl and Luke. Congratulations, Dr. Hardman. Next is John Signer, D.O., Cairo, Michigan. And his guest is his wife, Donna Beth Signer. She's a retired teacher. And practice is retired now. Education, Wayne State University, BS in 1960. Internship was at Saginaw Osteopathic Hospital from 1964 to 65. Professionally, he's a member of the AOA, the Michigan Osteopathic Association, and the ACOFP, so the family practitioner. Student activities, memories, Stacy Howell, he worked for 3 years in the biochem lab with him. George Snyder, Max Gutenson, being president of the freshman class. He was at the Elmer Rural Clinic, and his wife Donna taught at La Plata, and studying hard and playing harder, I think. I put the harder on the last, it was just playing hard, so. But interests include Rotary Club of Cairo. He's been past president of that. Youth Exchange Officer. He's a Master Mason and member of many other Masonic bodies. First Presbyterian Church of Cairo. Ordained deacon and elder. He's a motor home travel throughout the U.S. and Canada. That's his interest. Skiing and golf are also enjoyed, although getting too old to ski. And that's his words, not mine. Okay. Gardening. His children include John, Stuart, and Scott. Congratulations. Philip L. Shuttle, D.O., Clearwater, Florida. His guest is his wife, Susie. He was a former ATSU Board of Trustee member. He's past president of the Kirksville Osteopathic Alumni Association. He was the 2011 Alumnus of the Year. He was the 2006 Doctor of Humane Letters from ATSU. He received that at graduation. In 1996, he was the KOAA Distinguished Service Award recipient. His practice is in ophthalmology in Largo, Florida. Education, Stetson University in Florida with a BS in biology in 1962. His internship was done at Suncoast Hospital in Largo, Florida. His residency is in ophthalmology. Professionally, he's past president of the American Osteopathic Association, and he had multiple roles. He has multiple roles with the AOA offices, including trustee. He's a member of the Pinellas County Osteopathic Medical Society, the board certified in ophthalmology, fellow in the American Osteopathic College of Ophthalmology and Otolaryngology, head and neck surgery, member American Osteopathic Association, Florida Osteopathic Medical Association, past president, American Academy of Ophthalmology, member and fellow member of the Kirksville Osteopathic Alumni Association, the KOAA, former chief of staff at Suncoast Hospital, Largo, Florida, national chairman of KCOM Alumni Fund telephone campaign program in 1987, clinical instructor in Department of Ophthalmology at KCOM, currently serving on NOVA's Board of Trustees, Health Science Division, past president of the AOF. Children are Lee, who's a KCOM graduate of 1988, Todd and Scott. Congratulations, Dr. Sheldon. Paul Williams, D.O., Brookville, Missouri. His guest is his wife, Nancy Hutchison, D.O., class of 1965, KCOM graduate. Dr. Williams was received in 2013 the ATSU Honorary Doctor of Science in Education degree. In 1998, he was the KOAA Distinguished Service recipient. His practice is radiology and nuclear medicine. Education, undergraduate, was at Michigan College of Mining and Technology. He graduated in 1960. His internship was done at Flint Osteopathic Hospital. His residency in radiology was at Kirksville Osteopathic Hospital. Professionally, he's chair Department of Radiology, Northeast Regional Medical Center, a fellow in the American Osteopathic College of Radiology, a member of the American Osteopathic College of Radiology, a member of the American Osteopathic Association, and a member of the American Osteopathic College of Nuclear Medicine. He's also certified in radiology in nuclear medicine and a member of MAOPS. Student activities included Theta Psi, and children are Brian and Scott. Congratulations, Dr. Williams. Congratulations to all our Gold Medallion members and also the 25-year recipients of that. A number of alumni who received their gold medallions previously would like to recognize right now, if we may, and some of those I think are with us, and there might be some others. With the following distinguished graduates, please stand as I call your name. Thomas Sheffer, D.O., 51, Schaumburg, Illinois. Dr. Sheffer, very good. Richard Mercer, D.O., 55, Kirksville, Missouri. Dr. Mercer, in the back. John Drabing, D.O., class of 61 from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Not too far. Yeah, carried away. Are there any other gold medallion members, previous gold medallion members that I haven't recognized? Okay, very good. Try this over again. Okay, I think we missed it right there. Well, we're winding down here, to let you know. So, with the Still Partners, we do have some more recognition. With the Still Partners, family members, and guests celebrating their loved ones' recognition, please stand. Everyone that's come with one of these, either the class of 89 or 64, would they please stand and be recognized? A special thank you for your support of your loved ones. I'd like to thank you, the Gold Medallion Club members and the reunion participants. We are honored to have you back on campus, and all of you have left a great legacy to generations of KCOM students and graduates. Thank you for your many years of healing and dedication to your patients, college, and profession. Reunion participants, just a little bit of housekeeping here. Just want to know the reunion participants that we're going to be taking class photos immediately following this, and we're going to be doing that in Heritage Hall. So we have some folks on staff that will show you where to go so we can take those photos. The CME and Alumni Luncheon will be held in Centennial Commons, which is right out this door to the right, and that's going to be following this meeting. Let's see where we are time-wise. Yeah, we're doing okay. So we'll be escorted to that. There'll be people helping you show you where that luncheon is, as well as signs. And lastly, I'd just like to thank all of you for participating in the all-campus meeting, and have a great day.